This is Stars and Scopes with your friend Uma, updated every new and full moon with guidance based on planetary transits in the current sky and extra support from tarot. For accuracy, take a look at your rising sign first if you know it, and do feel free to listen to your sun, moon and rising if you'd like the full picture. If you're interested in your birth chart, check out the readings page at umaruby.com. And if you'd like to support the work, head over to buymeacoffee.com/umaruby and you can buy me a coffee. Finally, if you're a visual learner, look up Uma Ruby Tarot on YouTube and you can watch and learn. Okay, let's take a look. Hello Capricorn and Capricorn rising. Welcome to your horoscope for the new moon in Cancer happening on the 29th of June at 12:52 p.m. if you're in the southern hemisphere with me. So on that, if you're wanting to ritualize this one, if you're wanting to call in and commune under the dark night sky, I suggest you do it the night before on the 28th. You can absolutely do it at lunchtime on the 29th, or you can do it the week before. It doesn't really matter, whenever. It's a movable feast, all of this stuff. But this is going to be such a sweet relief. I can really feel it. There's going to be a real floodgate opening here as far as our needs emotionally and what we yearn for, as far as connection, as far as empathy and love and understanding. The full moon in Sagittarius was such a huge shift. I don't know if you felt it, but there was so much that we had to give back to her and let go of. There was so much rerouting. There was so much emotions that were sort of brought to the surface that had been lingering and that hadn't been felt for some time. That's how I kind of felt about it. There was a lot of resurgence of old stuff that kind of came bubbling to the surface for me, and a frame of mind and a different way that my body was feeling that I had thought that I had moved through. And I was interested to feel those feelings come back. It was a supermoon, so it was it was very close to the earth. You know, the tide was sucked out far, far away. Like it was a big energetic movement that we went through. It was almost like an eclipse, even though it wasn't. So a new moon in Cancer is the perfect time to heal from this. The moon couldn't be happier than in Cancer. They're in their element. They're at home in Cancer. Cancer talks to us about our emotional literacy. Cancer's ethos is I feel. It allows us to really separate and nurture and understand and feel gratitude for our emotional bodies, and to not feel ashamed of them, and to not feel that we need to restrict them in any way, that we can really let them go and let them wash through us and experience the beauty of that. So to manifest at a new moon in Cancer for you, Capricorn, talks all about your most intimate relationships. It talks about your lovers, your intimate bonds, the people that are closest to you, that you love the dearest. Cancer is such a perfect sign for the 7th house, really. It's everything that can sometimes restrict you in your Capricornian sort of way. There are limitations to your persona. There are limitations to your absorbency, to your susceptibility to the outside forces. But we learn through our partnerships, and we learn about emotional literacy and emotional understanding and vulnerability and empathy. So in this space of a new moon occurring in Cancer is the perfect time for you to make a wish upon a star and call in those relationships. If they don't exist for you at the moment, then you can call them in. You can ask for these people to arrive to you. You can ask for the relationships that you do hold dear to regenerate and to reach a new level of understanding and warmth and love. It's a perfect time to really think about the other. So rather than thinking about the self, think about the other energies in life. Think about those around you, those that you want to hold dear. How can this happen? How can you make this happen? The tarot card for 7 degrees of Cancer, which is where the sun and the moon are coming into exact conjunction, forming that blackness, 7 degrees of Cancer is the Two of Cups, which is perfect. This is almost like a card especially for you, Capricorn, for right now. This is such a healing energy. It's medicinal in a lot of ways. It's one soul meeting the other and forming that intimate, sacred bond with the staff of Hermes there, which is the insignia for healing, for medicine. There's a lot to be gained here. In some ways, this could be you and the other. You know, it could also be you and yourself. That could be something. But I think 7th house does encourage us to look outward and to look for other energies on this plane that we can gain comfort from and understanding and love. So this card, really look at this. This is what you're manifesting at this new moon, Capricorn. This is the place. This is the understand. This is the healing, the gentle, restorative tonic that being wrapped up in the arms of somebody else can provide. So there is a square going on with this new moon as well. All the planets are sort of bunched up on one side of the zodiac at the moment, so there's a lot of right angles. But the 7 degrees of Aries is where Jupiter sits at this moment. So 7 degrees, right angle, there's the square. But it's Jupiter, and Jupiter is abundant and joyous and optimistic and helpful in a lot of ways. Anything that Jupiter touches, they expand upon. They sort of draw out. So in that way, don't look at this aspect as something difficult. It's not a fight. You'll probably feel that there's a reminder here. So Aries for you is your 4th house, which is home and ancestry and roots and stability. So there's something in that space that you've been conjuring. You've been thinking, okay, will I go this way or will I go this way? I've written my action plan. I hold the whole world in my hands and I'm going forward on this. From this moment, I'm charging forward with this plan. So Jupiter is reminding you of this energy that's been going on for you for some time. You know, Jupiter's in there activating Aries, your 4th house, activating those ancestral stories, those roots, those connections with home and what home means to you, and also expanding and magnifying what needs to be healed and solved. So whatever this energy is for you, wherever you've been thinking, which way will I go? This way, what's happening? Where do I need to, how can I move forward? Really is a big energy here for Aries. Aries is all about moving forward. So Jupiter's there as you're conjuring and manifesting this beautiful soul connection, this intimate understanding, this delicious intimacy. So they can actually work in harmony, I think, because this could be something to do with folks that do reside in your ancestry. This could be to do with healing some of these relationships or wounded pathways into the intimacy of other people in that area. This could be to do with your action plan is to move forward and to find this in someone, this partner, this sacred connection, this person that you'll have a lot to learn from in terms of opening up and sharing yourself and feeling vulnerable enough to be present. That's going to be a really beautiful restorative moon for you, Capricorn. So that's the astrology. I'm going to leave the astrology there, but I'm going to pull some more tarot and we're going to have a little examination of how this might manifest for you, how we can move ahead with it. So Spirit, please give me some advice for Capricorn. Give me some messages for Capricorn, please. I got the Judgment card and I got the Strength card. And one more, please. Queen of Pentacles. Straight off the bat, Spirit's saying to you, are you going to live a life half lived? That's really something quite strong that's coming out in this reading. A beautiful teacher of mine that teaches me tarot, she explained this card to me so simply. She said the message is, are you going to live a life half lived? You know, where's the magic? Are you going to find your magic? Move towards your magic. there's a great strength that you're going to need to call in. And it's not aggression, it's not arrogance, it's not violence of word or action. This strength, the strength card talks about somebody who is yielding, somebody who is gracious and gentle and calming and caring, that can temper a fire. So if you've been feeling particularly wild at the moment, this could be somebody that's coming into your life right now to calm you and to soothe you and to salve you. This could be you in terms of calming or soothing the fire within. Because what I see here is that there is some friction going on between the 7th and 4th house. There is a disparity here. There's a longing for a connection here, and there's a plan that needs to be made, a fiery action plan, an Aries plan in terms of the home. So think about the Judgment card, and don't read any sort of dogma into this card. I know it does look a bit biblical. It looks quite ferocious with the corpses rising from the ashes and the angel. But really, this is the sign of the times. When this was drawn, that was the text and the language that was being used to describe the sentiment of this card, which really is, on a soul level, think about it. Are you going to live a half-lived life? Don't forget the silver life is something that my teacher says when this card comes out. So allow this strength in, allow this wisdom and this care for this fire. Because the lion in a low vibration can be ferocious and can charge ahead and can be quite destructive. But this strength that this person is exuding tempers that fire with gentleness and with a calm, beautiful manner. I would look for someone in your periphery. The Queen of Pentacles here is somebody that is incredibly generous with their material concerns. They're bountiful, they're restorative, they're regenerative in their nature. They have everything that they need, and they know how to make more of that and to pass it forward. So in here, there's some wisdom. Maybe in this way, you're going to manifest this energy for yourself. Somebody who is not just taking from you, who is not just needing from you, who is going to give and give and give as you give back to them. I mean, there's this figure 8 here in the Strength card, which is perfect for you right now, Capricorn. We must always remember to give and then to receive, and to give and receive. This energy here is quite strong, and you'll know them. When you come across them, you'll know them. And it's someone to move towards, and it's someone that you can begin this creation process. It will help you with that 4th house stuff. It will help you with that action plan of how am I going to reconcile my ancestry? How am I going to reconcile these pathways that I've decided for myself, and decide on which one I'm going to go? How can I action this plan? I almost see this Queen of Pentacles here in this figure. And I do see you here as the Lion, Capricorn. I can't deny it. There is something. And I think it's Jupiter in that 2nd house. I think it is that action plan, that moving forward or charging ahead in the 4th, that needs some temperance, that needs some care and some compassion, that needs a yielding nature, really. And I think you'll find that in this energy here. So keep your eye out for someone who has both feet on the ground, who is earthbound as you are. Capricorn is an earth sign, so you need the physical reality to regulate. You need to know that you have 2 feet on the ground. So you'll find this in somebody else. You'll probably meet in that space, I suspect. Maybe you have similar interests, or you both have similar signs. That could be it. But they're going to provide you with the nurturing that you need right now. That's quite clear. So at this new moon, it's up to you to call it in. So really, in the dark of night, write a letter to them. Write a letter to this Queen of Pentacles. Work with, if you have tarot cards yourself, work with her. Bring out the Queen of Pentacles and really meditate on this energy. See what she has to say to you. See what can be discovered with your relationship with her. What is it that you need to forge this pathway in the 4th house in order to get to this place in the 7th? These relationships are so important, and there's so much love around you. I can really feel that there's a lot of people that want to give you love. So allow them to calm this lion and set this lion forth to find this couple. My sands run out. Well, that's the end of the reading, Capricorn. New moon blessings to you. So much love. I have a feeling that this one's going to be just divine. It's really what we need right now. And I think we can really feel that we're in tune with the planets right now, right? We're really just being affected so dearly and drastically by them. You can head to my website, umaruby.com, to book a private reading with me if you'd like, or you can go to buymeacoffee.com/umaruby and you can tip your waitress there. All tips are received with love and gratitude. Until we speak again, it will be in 2 weeks for a full moon in Capricorn, your sign. So on a soul level, on a really guttural personage level, who am I and who do I wish to become? What do I need to let go of in order to achieve that is what we'll do in 2 weeks. What do I need to let go of? What can I give back to the moon? Until then, I'm Uma Ruby. I love you and good night.